Warriors. Today, the Tennessee legislature passed a ban on gender-affirming care for minors. Now, what does this mean? They passed this ban against giving puberty blockers, hormone treatments, surgeries to children, minors under 18. They also, the groups pushing for this, wanted part of this legislation to include if a parent or caregiver was forcing this, doing this with a child, that they would be accused of child abuse and be held responsible. Well, that, as this came down through committees, was stripped out of what they're proposing, this new legislation, and it still has to go to Governor Bill Lee for approval. And it looks like, by all accounts, he's giving a wink, wink, nod, nod, that he will sign it into law. However, this will now allow these minor children to sue the adults, the caregivers, the medical professionals who have performed these treatments, surgeries on them. I'm going to say that, to me, it's all very simple. A minor is a minor, whether it's sex trafficking, whether it's hormone treatments, whether it's, these teachings that are going on in the schools. It's all criminal. And whatever a child does when they become what is considered a legal adult, 18, and we all know 18, we all thought at 18 we were so mature and sophisticated, is really just still a baby, right? But that's the legal age for an adult these days. So leave the kids alone until they're 18 and let them make their own decisions if they want to have surgeries or take, puberty block. Well, by then they'll be an adult, but, leave it for the adults. It is overwhelming, all of this information coming at us. This is a start. But you know what I keep thinking about with all of this? And this is good news, because we at the Warriors believe leave children alone, let children be children. We also have many medical experts that they're kind of percolating, seeping underneath from across the globe, not just the United States, that say most children who feel this gender dysphoria, 80% plus of them will grow out of it. So, why rush into these major surgeries? I, coming from a background of the entertainment industry, have only truly met in my lifetime 2 trans people. And these were people that started, this was decades ago that I met them. And both have, especially the one, and we won't use any names, but said that she would never wish this on anybody. The amount of surgeries, the amount of depression, the amount of just everything that comes along with it. These are deeply rooted psychological problems. So the state of Tennessee, this is good news. We're happy for it. I don't know. How about those kids, though? This is what I'm wondering about. Those kids are like halfway through the treatments or have been taking puberty blockers. Now, this law that could go into effect would cease all of this March 2024, a year from now. What if somebody's undergoing all these treatments? You just stop, cold turkey? Do you travel to another state to get these treatments? You can't just stop things. There's a lot of questions here. So before everybody's hooraying and clapping, I think we should keep in mind our children. There's so many distractions going on. And it starts with each and every one of you in your home, in your community, because there's a lot of other issues going on. I want to talk about also just communicate with the kids. If you do anything, I know I say it, Warriors, over and over and over again, but it starts with communication. And I had on my WVOX radio program yesterday, Dr. Mark Siegel. I urge all of you to go to the Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, wherever you want to go and find the Lynn's Warriors, a couple of minutes with Dr. Mark Siegel. You know him from Fox News, you know him from USA Today, Wall Street Journal. He does a lot of medical writing. He's also a practicing internist here in New York, and he's really got his, hand on the pulse of it, or whatever that saying is. And we're going to get into it more about parenting. And I'll leave that for another video. But I just want to update you about the state of Tennessee. This is the state legislature banning gender-affirming care for minors. That means now also going to the governor, Bill Lee, for a final vote into law. And also, this would hold accountable parents, caregivers, and medical professionals for lawsuits. So, very interesting that I don't know how all this can be enacted. I only have a message for you today, and that's one thing. Leave the kids alone. Children need to be children. Let them be. Communicate with them, talk to them, empower them. Let's work on the education system. Let's talk about all of that. Let's talk about charter schools, school choice, how to really get them back on track and make them feel mentally healthy, and to put down those devices. And you don't need them to feel you're worthy of something. And this goes for the adults too, but let's stick with the kids right now. Get them to put down the devices, even if it's a couple of minutes a day. Kids are beautiful just the way they are. What is going on online, and we repeatedly tell you, is an American crisis. We have around the world a lot of countries starting to, clamp down on internet usage with kids, on these different laws, on, holding, for instance, TikTok accountable. We got to start doing it, warriors, because every single day and every time I come to you to do one of these, what is it, a couple of minutes, these videos, just to make you aware, just to give you a little bit of my 2 cents, just to let you know what's happening. You may not see in any mainstream media or read online, or everybody has busy lives. You can't keep up with all of this. Take care of your kids, hug your kids, kiss your kids, start talking to them because they're craving. Let's be realistic. We know that most parents, caregivers are using the devices as babysitting tools. If the kids are quiet, if the kids are in their room with the door closed, that's great news. Everybody's guilty of it. This is not judging. This is we know all this. I'm sure you know all of this. So let's start reeling it back in, reclaiming our kids, reclaiming ourselves. And if you start with 5 or 10 minutes a day, that is good enough. That makes you a warrior. So remember, each and every day, kids, 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 and yourselves, and block out all the other noise and distractions. Believe me, it starts in the home, in the community, and it can snowball out from there and strengthen all of society. So join us, come along. Always follow lynswarriors.org. Sign up for the newsletter. It goes out every Wednesday morning. And I send it out again on Friday mornings for those who didn't catch it or didn't open it. Please join us. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of new initiatives, a lot of coming to your communities happening, whether it's libraries, a lot of schools, things like that in the works, churches. We want you to have information. You have any questions? Write to me, Lynn at lynswarriors.org. And until we meet again, go out, be a warrior.